Today, we're reacting to social anxiety epidemic is destroying a whole generation of men. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I am somebody who struggles with social anxiety. I'm sure not as bad as other people, but let's say like large crowds, meeting new people, having conversations with new people. I can do it. I'm not no awkward ass nigga, but I shy away from it so much because I don't have the desire to do that. And as somebody in my field, I should be networking, clicking up and talking to people, you know, But I'm very much so the type of person where if I don't got to meet nobody, I don't want to really meet nobody. If you don't hit me up personally, you probably I'm not gonna hit you up. And that's not a good trait to have, you know what I'm saying? So this video seemed good. It's by my dog Ty Boogie. Let's get into it.
Pumping myself up. I was saying, Ricky, today we're not gonna let anxiety, you know, control us. We're gonna have a good day.
I deal with anxiety a lot, like social anxiety a lot of times. Like that's an issue for me just talking to people. Like,
what should I do if my boyfriend has social anxiety? Get another one that doesn't have social anxiety and go out with him?
Listen, y'all, men are disappearing, and I'm not talking about physically disappearing, but I'm talking about socially disappearing, because we can see each other, but socially most men are absent. Nowadays, people rather jump on their phones than have any type of human-to-human interactions. The other day I went to a festival and people had on their best dressed just for them to be standing around on their phones. Again, they're physically there, but they're socially gone. The social anxiety epidemic is something that most people don't talk about because the people that have it are suffering in silence.
Social anxiety is a mother, like, so I left the house today and, you know, I wanted to do some Christmas shopping, so I came to Target, my favorite place. And, you know, before I left the house, I swear I was doing so good. I was pumping myself up. I was saying, Ricky, today we're not gonna let anxiety, you know, control us. We're gonna have a good day, and, you know, just all this stuff. Like, I'm just trying to prepare myself. And now that I'm here, it's just like my brain is, I don't know, it's just something.
Okay, I see that there's levels to this shit, because I can walk into a Target, I can walk into any place without thinking that, like, I can walk into Target and it's like if I go into the club or if I go into a crowded, very crowded area, like a festival or something, that's when I'm like looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm on, you feel me? But getting out the car to get in the Target or having to pop myself up, I do not suffer with this.
About large crowds, like, I don't know what it is. And I know none of these people know me. None of them have any reason to harm me or like say something crazy to me, but my brain just cannot process that I'm not in danger. Like, I'm literally sitting here debating going back home, and I don't, this is a crying fucking shame.
I deal with anxiety a lot, like social anxiety a lot of times. Like, that's an issue for me just talking to people. Like, no matter what it is, it could be on some friendly shit, because I'm the type of person that gotta warm up to people.
When I look at the old videos of people in the 90s and the early 2000s, they looked like they were so full of life. Like, it looked like embarrassment was the last thing that was on their minds. Like, I don't know if y'all ever watched the old videos. They're interacting, they're dancing if it's a party.
Yeah, like all like old movies, just an old like 90s, 80s type of movie. Like, everybody walking up the street, dapping them. What's up, jive turkey? Dapping niggas up and some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I walk down the street now. If I don't know you, you know what I'm saying? I had two niggas at the gym though that yesterday come up to me though on some like, but you can always kind of see, they kind of look at you and kind of come up, and at first I'm like, but then yo bro, I rock with you. And I'm telling you, if you come up to me and you present yourself to me on some like, yo, what's up bro, I fuck with you, it's like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah, I appreciate that, It's just the initial, you know what I'm saying? The initial.
It's not like everybody's just to themselves. People are talking to strangers. Even in the shows, like if you watch an old school show, it's like the energy was just different. It felt so authentic. Sure. Like when I watch Martin, it's genuinely funny. When I watch stuff from nowadays, it just seems like everything is so forced and people are trying to act instead of just flowing into who we naturally are. It just seems like back in the day, they were just so much more present.
Nigga got an Echo shirt on. Man, that's a boy. Shit, boy. Them in 2000.
I can't help but to wish
That
I
nigga
was
had them
old enough
shits.
to experience more of that era. Then I question, why are we so different today? Like, why do I go out and everybody is on their phones? Why do people say that it's so hard to meet each other? But it seems like people have a fear of even interacting with each other. Like, why do we care so much even though all of us don't want to care so much? Like, why? Like, why does it seem like everybody is operating in a shell of themselves? It's almost as if our phones have become our safe space to run to instead of facing the issue of why don't we want to socialize. That unspoken issue has become normal. But social anxiety is a real problem that people are suffering from and is ruining their quality of life.
I didn't realize how bad my anxiety was until I got older, because I'm trying to plan for everything. So because like I'm not expressing how I feel, or because I'm like not really able to process how I feel in the right way, I'm trying to think of how you feel and then think of a response, and then think of a response to your response. So now I'm planning the entire circumstance, entire conversation, how everything gonna go, instead of just saying how I feel and seeing what happened.
I don't know if it's just me, but y'all ever been out in public and didn't want to be in public? When you got that feeling of everybody watching you, but nobody's watching you. Like, why the fuck do we always feel like that? But necessarily, I'm talking to the people who do feel like that. You could be walking into a store by yourself, and you feel like the whole store is watching you. You start having anxiety. You start thinking people looking at you, people thinking about you, people talking about you. But in reality, we shouldn't even care. Then on top of that, they're not even gonna fucking think about you when they leave the store themselves. I swear, bro, I'm just one of the people who don't like being around people at all. I don't like the vibe from people. I don't like being around a bunch of people. I just don't like that shit.
And you know, like the biggest thing with some shit like this, like if let's say I was eating something and something dropped in my shirt and I got a stain on it, right? My brain is like, when I walk in, hey, look at that nigga with that stain on his shirt. It's crazy when you think about it like this. It's like nobody has once thought or even saw that shit. They got that stain on his shirt, bro. Hell no. I don't know why, like, unless it's a big ass, just dirty ass. Well, I'm not no dirty ass nigga. I come in, I'm clean for the most part. I'm looking good for the most part. And I got this little ass stain on my shirt. I'm gonna be like, yo, everybody looking at this hoe like, yo, what the fuck?
I don't know if it's the bad experience I had with people in my past or how people treated
Facts.
me, but I know other people feel the same exact way how I feel.
Listen, most people that struggle with social anxiety is because you think you're more important than you are. And that's
Word.
not a slight. That's not to speak down on you. That's not for you to look at yourself and now become insecure. It's
Right.
just that you think that people are making a judgment on you at every moment. Like, you walk in the room and now the judgment automatically starts. I mean, let's just say the judgment does start as soon as you walk in the room. Once you walk out of that room, what did any of their judgment matter? Or even while you're in that room, are they gonna hit you? Are they gonna harm you? What if you're that funny looking person in the room, but you're the only authentic person in the room? You're the only person that's actually comfortable in your skin. Meanwhile, everybody else in the room is concerned what everybody is thinking about them. Think about that. You're in a room worried about what other people think, but those people are worried about what you think. And that's the catch-22 of social anxiety. Most people aren't really even thinking about you the way you think they're thinking about you. They're just going on about their own days. And the more you understand this, the more freeing you will be. When you walk in a room, those people only exist on how you perceive them.
Social anxiety is not real. People ask me, Ames, how do you know how social anxiety?
That right there just struck a nerve. Just him doing that made me start feeling uncomfortable.
You know why? Because why do you need social anxiety? Everyone's gonna die one day, and you see all these people here watching you right now, they're all going to forget in 20 minutes. Literally. Come, let's speak to the people. Yeah, high five, please. Hey, literally. All of these people right here, they have lives themselves. They don't care about me. They care about themselves. Look at him. He cares about himself. Do you care about me, sir? You got sons? So you got to care about something. No, you got family. I hear it. My boy, though, literally, all of these people, they're trying to catch their train. They don't care what I'm talking about. But social anxiety is not real. She don't care. He don't care. Even the baby don't care. They don't care. Anyway, where you going, sir? Where you going? Guys, listen, social anxiety, bro. Say it after me. Social anxiety is what? Okay, might be, bro. I don't know. Anyways, guys, listen. Thanks for watching my video.
I fuck with that. That's hard, man. I don't think I could do this shit, but that's tough though.
Social anxiety does not exist. It is a pure fragment of your imagination. Why are you gonna care what anyone thinks, huh? Do any of these people pay for your bills? Why do you care what people think of you? Why are you embarrassed in front of people, huh? Look, no one cares. Look, people are just getting about their normal day and no one cares about you. So why do you care about what they think? Social anxiety literally does not exist. Look, see? Everyone's just shopping, minding their own business. They're all gonna go home and they're gonna forget about it.
One of the main ways that you think people judge you is how...
That's real, bro. I fuck with that. That right there. I promise you I'm not doing that shit though, but it's something to think about now whenever I just go outside. Everybody gonna forget in 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm sure some shit happened the other day. I would have loved to be like, oh, bro, this crazy ass shit happened. Unless it directs you, it has something to do with you in that moment, and it's directed towards you. It probably ain't gonna think nothing about that shit.
How you judge other people. So that's another reason why you got to be careful with what you say with your tongue as well. If you're constantly speaking negatively or judging other people, or you're always on your phone and you're judging what you see, and you're constantly reading comments, seeing how other people negatively judge whatever you're looking at, you're gonna assume that the judgment that comes to you is also gonna be negative, which is why focusing on the positive judgment to yourself is what can free you from this type of thinking. Because remember, none of the people that see you actually know you. But I want to show y'all something from one of my favorite creators in this space. When I was really struggling with social anxiety, his videos really helped me. Check this out.
Why are you so shy? You're visibly nervous right now. Why?
It's like public speaking and it's not easy.
Okay, well, let's logically look at it. Are you in danger?
No.
Anyone here have a gun? Seattle, no guns. There's no threat. Logically, nothing will happen. You can do whatever. You can make some silly sounds. Look at that, nothing happened. Yeah, give him a hand. Look at that. This is good on the external side. Why? Because you did something that was a little out there, out of character, outside of your comfort zone. You didn't die, and you actually received positive feedback. So realize, nothing bad happened. If you're someone who just lives up here, mentally, in the mental, logical, analytical realm, you will not have charisma. That is the land of the robot. It's like, I am trying to have charisma. I will say the same line Julian said, and hopefully it will also be charismatic. No, you got to learn how to feel. Get into your body. If you can't feel, there's step number one. And guess what? Most people can't. Most people, even in terms of expressing how they feel, even a smile, they are unable to smile. And this is why most of us, even when going out, it's like we feel like imposters, right? It's like, oh, they're going to discover the real me. Why are you not putting the real you out there? Why do you believe that the real you is so pathetic that you have to hide it? And when you actually put it out, you tap into it, you have that self-respect where it's like, you know what? No, I'm no longer going to compromise who I am. I'm going to put it out there. And you just feel alive. There is no going back. There is no going back to the fake front. You just can't.
I know for some people, you're probably saying to yourself, yeah, but if I'm the real me, what if people don't accept that? What if people laugh at me? What if people look at me in a way that's different from how they look at me now? Like, what if that girl, she doesn't call me or she doesn't give me her phone number because I'm being the real me? I'm saying the corny jokes that I naturally say. I'm not being suavemente, trying to be one of these guys off of YouTube. I'm being the real me. What if she doesn't like that though?
What should I do if my boyfriend has social anxiety? Get another one that doesn't have social anxiety and go out with him and let the other one stay home? That's easy.
I feel bad for any woman that's listening to Shira 7.
Damn. Like that? Is that? Dang.
But anyways, let's get back to the topic. See, by you not being yourself, you strengthen the resistance of being yourself, making it more hard for you to naturally be you. So you keep up this persona that you believe is a lot more acceptable, which is why we have dudes in the club that are sitting on their phones instead of enjoying the music. Which is why we have girls that instead of enjoying the dance floor, they sitting there trying to post for the Instagram. They're doing what they believe is acceptable for this social setting. instead of just enjoying themselves. Think about when you try to come off as this cool guy, this cool macho man that's all real suave with the words, and ladies, you know, you try to look cute all the time, you come off as awkward because you're trying to keep up with a persona that actually isn't you. So I ask you, so which one do you hate more? To let a stranger or another human down? All because you were being your authentic self and you didn't live up to the expectation that they had for you? Or what about living a life of being uncomfortable and scared to do everyday activities because you're scared on how people are gonna judge you? Right. I remember when I was single, my bros would always ask me, yo, bro, how do you have the courage to just walk up to a girl? And I used to tell them, bro, the worst thing that she could say is no. And if she says no, and I know I was being authentically who I am, if she rejects that person, then she should not be around.
Yeah, we can't vibe out anyway. And I think that's a great, like, although I do struggle with the crowds thing, that's something I never struggle with, like going up to a woman and saying something that I want to say. Are there a little bit of nerves? Yes, but at the end of the day, like, it's still a one-on-one human interaction, or maybe if she with her friend, a two-on-one human interaction. Like, niggas can have conversations. It's just the build up that's getting there. And I think that's what be getting a lot of niggas. Like, if you younger with some friends, right, and you could do something like point and shoot where you say, hey bro, go talk to her, and then you go do it, even if you don't get no number or nothing, but you have a conversation, and maybe she like, oh no, she keep going, like, that's okay. It's kind of like building, putting the shots up, putting the reps up, and none of your niggas gonna be like, oh, and even if they do, like, you know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing. So and I think what he said was really good. Like, if you just be you two straight up, cause y'all don't even vibe or match up anyway. So if I can't even be myself, then what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Because if she approves the person that is a facade, then she's attracted to somebody that's actually not me. Listen, fellas, one thing people yearn for right now is to be around somebody that is comfortable being themselves. Let's just think about it real quick. When you go to the club or something like, or the bar, or you're out in a public setting, who is everybody recording? The person that is authentically themselves. They're enjoying the music. They're, hey, that's where everybody put their phone down. They get to enjoy what it is to be in the presence of somebody that's comfortable in their own skin. They're shaking all of their social anxieties and they're allowing themselves just to be them. Everybody around them is yearning to be in that exact seat. So while you may be telling yourself, oh, I gotta fake act like I'm this guy that you're really not, no, you need to be comfortable with being just who you are. Say the corny jokes. Be okay with being rejected for who you are, but be happy that you were who you actually are. Because being nervous is okay, but it's a problem once you let it control you, because now you fear a normal feeling.
So one of the reasons why
y'all far? No. I'm almost done with this video. Y'all just wait for me real quick.
Oh no, they want us to meet us to get food at Sunrise House.
Oh, okay, all right. Wait, you ain't, so you're not, wait, can you bring the tea though?
No, I'm gonna bring you
okay.
Stuff, yeah.
All right, bet.
Okay. You have social anxiety and why you get so nervous in social situations is because at one point in your life, you were taught that it was not okay to be yourself. You developed the belief that being yourself wasn't enough. You believe that if you just express yourself authentically and unapologetically, people are going to reject you. So this brings up an important question. How can you bring more and more of yourself to social situations and express more and more of yourself while at the same time being safe or feeling safe to be yourself in those situations? You're gonna have to push your comfort zone just a little bit. But by doing a little bit more each day than what you're used to, you're gonna feel more and more comfortable around people, being yourself around people, and being more free around people. Another thing to take note of is the people in your life who already allow you to feel free, to be yourself around them. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions about social anxiety, leave it in the comments.
The best gift that you can give the world is yourself. Like, being your true, authentic self, that is the best gift that you can give somebody. And so, like, if you don't have that community, you don't have those people, start putting yourself out there. Go outside. Go to different events. Like, Introduce yourself to people, you know what I mean? Ask people questions, inquire about who they are, and allow yourself to be open.
You will not overcome your social anxiety by getting good at socializing. And there's two reasons for this. The first reason is because your perception is already distorted. You already misinterpret social interactions because of your obsessiveness and because of your low self-esteem. So even if you were to have quote unquote good interactions, the likelihood is you would still find something to obsess about. And the second reason is because you do not overcome a fear by reassuring yourself that everything is okay. You overcome a fear by facing the fear head on and realizing that despite the negative outcome, you can manage it. And so when I hear people say, but you don't understand, every time I have a social interaction, it goes really poorly. Number one, we can't trust your assessment because of your low self-esteem. And number two, the whole point of this is to have bad social interactions. A stand-up comic does not get good at stand-up by just being really good at stand-up. They have to bomb. They bomb over and over and over again until they lose the fear of bombing, and then it gets easier. That's what we need to do. We need to bomb and be okay with bombing. So after the social interaction, you don't tell yourself you're a loser, you're a mess up. You tell yourself, oh well, I made a mistake. It is what it is. You throw it to the wind. I realize that's easier said than done, but that is the attitude you need to have. Everybody makes social mistakes. Your problem is that you misinterpret them and you obsess about them.
So if you have social anxiety, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. I struggled with really bad social anxiety, and sometimes I still do. That's why this video for me was very therapeutic, just to make this video.
And when I saw it pop up, I kind of felt this. I was like, bro, I need to like bring this to, like, even if this not my most talkative video, or, and you know, I can kind of just relate, like, when I watch these videos, you know, a lot of y'all be saying this to me too. It's like we be watching these videos and it feel like we all watching them together, not like y'all just watching me. It feel like we watching them together. Like, so sometimes I might be yapping. Sometimes I'm kind of watching too, because I'm like, damn, you feel me? And this is one of those videos where I feel like, you know, not much was said. I'm really soaking in certain things and listening, because nigga, I struggle with the same shit, and I really appreciate y'all, you know, with rocking with just kind of how I am and who I am, because I'm not, you know, faking nothing on here. Like, I am who I am, and y'all really fuck with me, so I really appreciate that, man. And everybody that come up to me outside of the YouTube shit, when you see me and y'all be saying what up, like, I fuck with that. So I really appreciate that. It helped me want to keep doing what I'm doing. So, you know, if y'all rock with this video, make sure y'all go over there, like Ty Boogie shit, like my shit, and yeah, show some love. That being said, man, pull it to the more Astral Dior channel. I love you. I appreciate y'all. I'm grateful y'all, bro. We gone. ADD lad. Oh.